Ryan, are you ready? Yes, sir! Dan, are you ready?
Yes.
Matt, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
D. Murph, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Jakey boy, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter what's in your pants. Get on the floor, it's time to dance. Wild card weekend is around the block. Up next is Cox and Stocks.
Welcome to Cox and Stocks, where we light 'em up, kick back, and talk about what's going on in the NFL with Dizzy, Ray Boy, Little Nugget. Well. It's time for Cox and Stocks.
That's right. It's time for Cox and Stocks. Now, here are your hosts, Dizzy, Rayboy, and Lil Nugget.
Whoop, 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 woo!
Hey,
Shout.
Ryan, you mind if I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, buddy. How was your weekend?
Hey, buddy, my weekend was fantastic. Let me tell you why. Someone had a great weekend in fantasy. You're looking at the comeback player, comeback coach, MVP, offensive player, defensive player of the year, everything. I won fantasy this year, sir. I am doing
Congratulations.
fantastic. Yep. Thank you very much. Give it up for me, folks. I am once again one of your co-hosts here, RJ Smitty Ray Boy in the house. To my left on Discord is Dan. He just muted his mic, so he is probably not going to be saying anything. To his left on Discord is the one and only, the Colts fan, the Vikings fan, Matty B. Woo! How you doing, Matt?
You know, I'm kind of in the middle. Happy I get a 4-day weekend because Kansas has a record 18 inches of snow in Manhattan. Hasn't happened in over 150 years, or what are the records?
That's a long time.
However, yeah, long time. So God bless the USA, canceling work. No work today, no work tomorrow. Can't even get out of my house. That was fun. But also bad news. Colts won. They kept Chris Ballard. They kept Shane Steichen. So, not good. So, it's very hard to say. Personally, I'm doing well. But mentally, emotionally, not doing well because the Colts continue to be the Colts.
Darn.
So, you pick.
Well, sorry to hear that, pal. That's tough. To his left on Discord, the Chiefs fan, D. Murph. Woo! How you going, Dakota? How you going?
Doing pretty good. I got third place in fantasy this year.
Oh, very nice.
Not as good as last year where I ended up getting second, but I still podium, so I'm pretty happy about that. I also got a trophy if, we're doing that kind of thing, huh, Jake? And,
What?
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I
did
pray
worse
to
than last year.
I pray to God. I got a trophy, though. I pray to God. I pray to God that the Chiefs starters don't get injured. Because the Broncos just fucked them up.
Carson Wentz experience.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was their second string or the third string that were playing, but man.
Hey, either way, they look like dog shit.
Some third stringers were out there.
Yes, that is true. Teresa was out there. Number 13 was out there.
I really hope that everyone stays healthy because I don't want to see those players out in the field again.
I want to see Carson Wentz play for you guys again.
I don't. I want to see Carson Wentz go to the Colts.
We already tried that experiment.
But yeah, other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Happy with this weekend, Cox and Stocks, so I can't complain.
Nice.
Very
and
nice.
congrats, your podium. Cops up.
Yep.
Appreciate
Good
it.
job on the podium.
Yep.
And to his left, the Lions fan, the number 1 seed, Jakey B. Woo! Hey, Dizzy, how we going? Dizzy?
Going well, going well. Walking out fantasy with the trophy. I did not regress like some people did from the year prior. Some people did worse and are bragging about it. I did better than last year and walking out with the trophy. It's kind of weird to brag about doing worse, but that's not. I just play by different rules. It's all good. Walking out with a toilet bowl trophy. One of my bold predictions came true last night. I'm sure we'll talk about it later with the Lions, about the Lions getting the 1 seed in the NFC. Very happy about that. Yeah, doing pretty good.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That is, congratulations. Got a trophy.
Yep,
All right.
congrats.
How about this? How about this week 18, boys? It was a doozy. Browns. It was fun. A lot of fun. Browns at the Ravens on Saturday in a huge spread, but it didn't matter to the Ravens. They cover that shit easily. Myles Garrett is saying, fuck this team. I want the fuck out of here. These guys don't know what the fuck they're doing. This shit is retarded.
Derrick Henry birthday. Got 2 tutties.
Derrick
Should've
Henry,
bet
yep.
that.
Yep.
Became the first player ever with multiple 1,500-yard rushing season with 15 touchdowns in that season. First player ever to have 3 or more. So props up. Definitely a Hall of Famer. Definitely a Hall of Famer.
Yep. We all take the Ravens. That works out for us. Bengals at the Steelers.
Oh,
Man. What a roller coaster season for both of these teams.
yes.
I mean, the Bengals, they start slow, they have a chance. Wilson is supposed to start for the Steelers. He doesn't. He comes in at like week 6 or something. They get hot, and then
Week 4.
looking like they're going to win the division. Then they...
Wasn't it week 5?
Yeah, week
'Cause
5.
then it just
Was it
yeah,
5?
It just went 2 and 2.
Yeah. No, he went 3-2. No, Ron's right. He went 3-2. I thought.
Whatever it was, 4, 5, 6, whatever
Whatever.
week it was. Then they go on a 4-game losing streak at the end of the year. Like,
Man, he looked
Pickens
bad,
sucks.
dude.
Pickens
yeah.
looked bad in Saturday.
Yeah.
3
But
He's
drops.
trying
like-
to fight a fan.
And then it's
Yeah.
like fucking So, do you guys think Mike Tomlin, if he loses the wild card, leaves Pittsburgh, gets traded,
Yes.
or gets? He's got to, right?
Yeah. Yep, I would agree. Especially how the season ended.
Yeah.
yeah.
Especially with like the fucking weird Russell running up the middle, doesn't call a timeout, burns 20 seconds
Yes.
off the clock, like.
Yes.
And I get it. I've never had a losing season.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Well, so
Like-
to your credit, I thought about this more. It's not just who gives a fuck about losing season. That means you're pretty much stuck in purgatory. And what I mean by that is you're not good
Yeah.
enough to draft to get more talent, but you're not bad enough to get a top pick. And so you're just stuck between 15 and 20 every year in the draft, and you continue to be mediocre, average, and that's not good enough. And so I agree. The more I think about it, I'll give Jay. Yeah, you never have a losing season, but since winning your second Super Bowl, and really since losing Big Ben, you have not been competitive enough to be a real threat in the AFC.
I'd say he's a good coach. He just
Oh,
needs
yeah.
a new fucking place,
Yes.
He's done with. He's got to be done with the Steelers. And if I'm a Steelers fan, I want him the fuck out. I don't want to go fucking 9-8 anymore. And fucking
Exactly.
get bounced in a wild card.
Yep.
So
Or
I
10-7.
think, yeah.
There's no 9-8, 10-7, same thing. Yeah, I agree.
Whatever.
And he'll get picked up. He should
He'll get
absolutely
picked
get
up
picked up.
quick.
Yeah.
And he just needs a fresh. He's not a bad coach. He just needs to be gone from the Steelers.
Yep. I agree.
Well, my sneaky pick for them didn't work out, and that's
Very
unfortunate.
close. Very close.
Very, very close.
Very
If
close.
you'll go
Closer
ahead
than what
and-
I would have thought.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Maybe next year. The Panthers at the Falcons, and holy cow, this was a
MVP.
shootout. This was a shootout, Jakey boy. What's going on with these Panthers?
Listen, I try to tell y'all, put Mahomes on the Panthers and they get a sneaky wild card spot. No, you're fucking retarded. You're so fucking stupid. You have the worst takes. Bryce Young comes out here and drops a 40 burger on an NFL team. You want to tell me fucking Mahomes can't get a sneaky wild card slot in the fucking division where the number 1 team has 9 wins? Okay, yeah, sure. Adam Thielen's a fucking dog. Chuba Hubbard's a fucking Great running back. Bryce Young's coming to his own. I am so excited to watch these Panthers next year.
I will say, hold on, before we move on, you said Chuba Hubbard is a great running back, and I agree with you, not contesting that. However, when he got paid right before the London game in Week 8, you said, what? Pfft, waste of money, overpaid, waste, wouldn't have done that.
How much is he getting?
He's getting an average of $8.5 million.
Oh, yeah, he's overpaid as fuck. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Still good. He's
Alright.
making too much
For
money.
reference sake, Derrick Henry is making the same money.
Well, there you go. So I'm right.
But he's significantly like 6-7 years younger than Derrick Henry.
It was 6-7 years ago. Derrick Henry better or worse than he was?
He went for 2,000 yards 6-7 years ago, so
So he's
Better.
overpaid. So Chuba's overpaid. He's still a great running back. He's just overpaid.
okay, fair enough.
Both can be true.
Yeah, both being in the same breath. I agree. Just wanted to get to the bottom of it.
Love the Panthers though.
Yeah, that's your NFC. That's your other
That's-
NFC team,
Yeah, I got 3 NFC teams. That's one of them.
which is tough.
He's gonna find one in every division in the NFC. The Commanders at the Cowboys, and the Commanders come back and win the game on a walk-off touchdown, I believe.
Yep.
It's kind of a
Back in the end
whatever
zone,
game,
scary
though.
Terry.
Yep. It's kind of a whatever game, though. Bears at the Packers, -9. The spread was -9.5 for the Packers, and the Bears walk it off with a field
Fuck
goal.
the Packers.
Yeah, bad loss.
Again, dude, the NFC North meme war. The Packers were like unironically salty. Like, oh wow, you guys just beat up wow, congratulations on your 4th win or whatever. Like they were unironically salty.
That
dude. It was
is-
so fucking funny.
That is funny.
Fuck the Packers.
I mean, I don't mind the Packers playing the starters, right? Because it's all about seeding. That matters. I get that. That obviously sucks. They lost Christian Watson for the year.
Yep. Torn ACL.
And then
Bye-bye.
we still don't have an update on Love. He was throwing the ball the whole game on the sideline. Whether that was to stay warm in case he could go back in, I think it's a nerve thing. From the looks of it, it looks like a nerve thing, which is why you would want him to continue throwing on it. But we'll just have to wait and see. But hey, credit the Bears. Fucking Keenan Allen throws a pick. They have a punt return for a touchdown to open the game.
Yeah.
I think they'll be good next year. Get a new coach. I think they'll be really good.
I mean, we'll see. Depends what they do with the GM.
Maybe Ben Johnson. The Texans at the Titans. And the Texans win by 9. Who really cares? Matt, the Jags at the Colts. Jags.
I told you 5.5 was too much. Granted, that's when they wanted AR, but when they said Joe Flacco was going, the spread went down to 2.5, which I think is comical. That they think Flacco is 3 points worse than AR, and at this point, I don't know how you can say that. Credit the Colts winning. Jonathan Taylor had another great game, 177 yards and a tutty. That's phenomenal. That's what we should have been doing from week 1, and the past 4 weeks proved that, because when you give Jonathan Taylor touches, he does well, and the whole team does well, at least offensively. Defense, we still suck. It's frustrating that, like I mentioned to start the show, Chris Ballard and Chad Steichen still have jobs.
Ugh.
I don't understand it. I'm assuming this means they are tied to AR. Those two are tied to AR. They're all tied together. And so if AR is not the guy by the end of next year, if he gets injured, if he can't stay healthy, if he just sucks, that means all 3 are gone together, and they will do a full official rebuild to start 2026. That's the only thing I see why they would do it, because you get a new GM now, but you stay with the same head coach and same quarterback. Now you're on different timelines going into the future. I guess that's where their head is at. I don't agree with it. Doesn't matter. Just the way it is. It's really frustrating because Chris Ballard said today, or told the team yesterday, and I have the quote here, so I'm just going to say it. I told the guys, there is no failure in sports. There's frustration, disappointment. If you don't win the Super Bowl, does 31 teams have a failed season? No. You learn and you grow. I think that is a terrible message to send when you didn't even make the fucking playoffs for 2 years in a row. Actually, you haven't made the playoffs in 6 years in a row.
Ooh.
No, it is a failed season. You didn't develop AR. You can't stay healthy. Your defense got shredded by backups. It is a failed season. Get out of that. Get fucking frustrating. Now I'm hot. Okay, you guys' thoughts. I'm too. Fuck.
Yeah, congrats to the Colts for winning. That's all I have to say.
I think Colts have a team. It's just a quarterback situation sucks ass.
Yeah.
That's really it. You have a fucking old man Flacco can't play anymore, and you have a fucking retard who can't fucking take more than 3 steps without having an asthma attack. So I don't know.
Hey, he's had that since the 8th grade.
And if he jumps on the trampoline too hard, he fucking breaks his back, and has to crawl around his house apparently. So I don't know what
He
this
did
guy
it
has
for
in
his
business.
kid. He did it for his kid. It's so fucking comical. Our defense is also a major issue that, yeah, like so Defo, our captain, DeForest Buckner, who is probably my favorite defensive player on the team, he was asked, why did the defense regress this year? And before they could even finish asking the question, he goes, egos. We have too many egos on this team. Plain and simple. And I respect the fuck out of him because I think he's taking shots at Zaire Franklin and EJ Speed, the two that had the podcast, who took shots at Pat McAfee, who Pat McAfee obliterated on his podcast.
Yeah.
I think that's what DeForest Buckner is getting at, especially because after the game against a shitty Jaguars team, Zaire Franklin went to the Pat McAfee suite and was shaking handshakes to the air because Pat McAfee and his crew didn't go to send a message, and Zaire thought it'd be funny to shake the ghost hands of them. Super fucking cringe. I mean, you're proving Pat McAfee's points when you do that. You're not making the playoffs. You're 9-8. I think 9-8. I think that's the Colts record. 8-9. 8-9. 8-9. Just a fucking joke. Get him off this fucking team. That is not what a fucking captain does. So good for DeForest Buckner for calling that shit out.
Well, on to the Bills and Patriots game. Patriots covered this one. Where's the score here? I don't even remember this game, honestly.
It was 22-16, I think.
23-16.
23-16. Yeah,
No one
thank you,
really
Cody.
cares. Bills weren't playing for anything. They're locked up in their seating. Then the Giants and the Eagles. Wow.
Close, man. Closer
Yeah.
than the game we watched would look
Show.
like.
Yeah,
Almost
I
covered.
agree.
Yeah.
Almost covered.
Yep.
Almost, but just close, but no cigar, as they say. The backups
Yep.
win it
Yep.
against the starters.
Yep.
The Saints at the Bucks, and Mike Evans continues his streak of 1,000 yards, but the Bucks don't cover.
Man, they
Chiefs.
looked rough that first 3 quarters.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
They
they
did.
scored
Saints about
17.
fucking beat them.
They scored 17 or 21 in the fourth quarter, Ryan. Can you pull it up? It's right there. 14. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did. That was So this is a little fun fact of the day, stat of the day. This is the first 10-point comeback win for Baker Mayfield in his career. 10-point deficit in the second half.
Wow.
So
That's cool.
yeah, good for him. And my first money moves on the podcast was successful. 5
It
catches
was.
and 85 yards for Mike Evans.
Yep. Good money moves.
Yep.
The Chiefs at the Broncos. Dakota.
Ooh. Ooh.
Dakota.
Ooh.
Oh, man. Woof. Better hope nobody gets hurt, man.
That's what I was saying.
Better hope. Better
That's
pray.
what I was saying. Fucking Broncos. Well, Broncos has a great defense, first of all.
They do.
So,
Look at this.
You
What
know.
is this?
I don't know why I thought.
98
I don't
yards
know.
passing?
How were they 38-0 with Carson Wentz throwing?
Who the fuck is
98
Nico
yards?
Remiglo?
Man, was this even third stringers? Did they just literally pull fans
Yeah.
out of the stadium?
Because you have Chris Oladokun there, but he went.
Carson Still is a second string.
Yeah.
Because he'll play he'll go
Kamari
in
Perine is
every
a
now and then
person.
in
Justin
regular
Watson
game.
played. I mean, he's a
And
starter.
Steele's pretty good. Noah Gray, he's a second string as well, I believe.
No great start.
Go look at Bo Nick's stats, dude. This must have just been a fucking.
Well,
Yeah, he just
you guys
diced
see
up
Bo
the
Nick-
third string.
Wait, he had only 3 incompletions and 4 tutties?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah,
You guys'
dude.
fucking backups are shit. What the hell?
He got me
Is-
like 40
USC
points on
Is
fantasy.
he getting rookie player of the year?
He has to.
No,
I mean,
I don't
so-
think so.
It's a tie between him right now and Jaden.
I think Jaden gets it, but
So, Bo Nix set the record for most touchdown passes by a rookie QB of all time. If that matters, if that means anything or not. I don't know.
I think Jaden earned it when he beat the Eagles, like on week 16 or 17, whatever it was.
They lost 4 games in a row, though, where he played bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that's when it solidified.
That's fair. It's a compelling case either way. I'm
Yeah, but
comfortable
the Broncos
either with.
just beat the Chiefs, who were 15-1, Jake.
That's true. That's true. Dakota said it
What do you
himself.
mean? Yeah,
That's
that
what's
hey, you know what? Carson Wentz 10-17. That's a better completion rate than AR though.
Oh!
Whoa! Whoa!
No,
Jeez.
but seriously, I pray to God nobody gets hurt on the Chiefs.
I swear, I want Carson Wentz to play.
I don't want Carson Wentz to play. Yeah, I don't know. You guys, because I did pick the Broncos initially, and then Jake and his fucking pride, being like, "Oh, I'm not a pussy. I pick the
Pride.
lines every time." Got me to switch to the Chiefs, and
pride.
also I
That's
think
not
part
why
of
you switched. You switched because I was saying, like, I think this is going to be like one of those games where it's like, the starters are hyping up the backups.
oh
against the
yeah,
division rival.
But that also has something to do with it, because I've switched to the Chiefs a couple of times because of that, Jake. But yeah, I mean, within the first
not pussy.
minute, I was like, yep, should have stuck with the Broncos, but it is what it is. I mean, I don't have much to say about this game because the Chiefs, none of the starters are playing. It is what it is, and that the Broncos just knocked out the Bengals too. So
Well, they got the 1 seed. And maybe the conspiracy is the Chiefs went out there and laid an egg so that the Bengals, or the Broncos could win so the Bengals get knocked out. Who knows? Who knows?
Maybe.
that's a conspiracy, but like, if you
I don't
already have
believe
the
that.
number, if you have the 1 seed locked down already, why would you even start your starters?
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, who cares?
The Chargers at the Raiders in a, semi-nothing game. It was really for seeding, but who cares? Chargers win and cover. Seahawks at Rams, same thing. Who cares? Didn't even watch the game. Seahawks get the win.
Who were the Seahawks playing? The backups?
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to talk about this game, Ryan?
No.
Oh.
I didn't even watch it, honestly. But
That's true.
it is surprising that it was this close. I guess that's why our OC got fired. Miami, the Dolphins at the Jets. And the Jets. Aaron Rodgers, was
I
that
had a
his last
question.
game? Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ryan, this one's for you.
All right.
Why did you not think that Aaron Rodgers on possibly his last game of his career at home in cold weather could not outscore a Dolphins with a backups quarterback whose whole entire team notoriously plays horrible in cold weather?
For the sneaky pick.
That's
No.
it.
Did it for the sneaky pick.
I mean, the first drive
You
of the
thought that was a good
Jets,
sneaky
Aaron
pick?
Rodgers throws an interception. So, like, it looked like it may have been
Yeah, I mean-
some.
Yeah.
It could have been anybody's game.
Was that pick his fault?
Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
No, because it did fucking bounce
Well, I'm
out
just
of.
saying because if you thought this was a good sneaky pick, so that means you definitely didn't think that your number 2 quarterback of all time in his last career game at home as an underdog in cold weather could not beat a backup quarterback on the Dolphins.
Okay.
I was just wondering.
Like I said last week, there's been no evidence. And you guys all switched. So we all believed in the Dolphins.
yeah,
at
'cause once we
first.
figured out fucking Tua wasn't playing, we fucking get the. What the?
I
hell?
switched
I was-
because of the cold weather thing.
That's true.
I was holding out hope for a sneaky pick.
I switched because no Tua.
I'm not gonna get goofed by the whole Dolphins and cold weather thing. I did that to myself once this year, not happening again.
I remember that.
The 49ers at the Cardinals in a game none of us watched until like the last
Yeah!
4 minutes of it, and the Cardinals absolutely smoked the 49ers. Ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! 49ers, fuck you.
Fuck the
And-
49ers. Fuck the 49ers. It's a
Fuck
sorry
the 49ers. I hate the 49ers. And Sunday Night Football. Woo-wee! What a game. For the 1 seed, for the North when it mattered most, more than anything. For a first round bye, the Vikings at the Lions, and the Lions get the win. Jake and Matt, this both your teams, but Jake, you're the home team. They win. How you feeling?
Yeah. Oh man, fantastic. I mean, you watched around all last week about some of the against some of these sports talkers, media people saying the Lions shouldn't have started their starters. That's not what kind of team we are against the Niners. We went out there, we started our starters like we don't give a fuck, and we beat their ass because that was a fucking revenge game. We don't give a shit. Walk out of there clean, no problem, no injuries. Anzalone gets his stitches fucking literally ripped out of his fucking arms. Comes
Not
and plays
literally.
for the
Not
Vikings.
literally.
Literally ripped out of his fucking arms.
It's time.
Comes back
It's time
and
next
plays. And our defense looked completely different when he was on the field. Then, I think in the first half, both teams were a little nervous. I'm not even going to lie. Both teams were definitely a little shaky. Goff had 2 picks. Red zone for the Vikings was abysmal. But what happened? Jahmyr Gibbs. Pitch. Boom! Van Geekel. Gibbs flies backwards. Gah! And then all the Vikings like, ha ha ha. Like an anime. That's all you got? That was easy. And then Gibbs goes, all that for a drop of blood. And then fucking scores 4 touchdowns. Like a fucking madman.
Ryan, can you scroll down real quick? Just to see how did he get the last touchdown? How far?
It says
4
3
yards?
Ran it
tutties.
in. Just ran it in. No, he got 3 rushing, 1 receiving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So it was a 4. I didn't know how long the last one was. 4 yards. Okay.
And like we just had so many good plays like on both sides of the team. There was one Cam Akers took off for like a 50-yard run or something like that. Kirby Joseph could have easily let him just run into the end zone like whatever. I'm gonna tackle him on the 5 yards anyway. Doesn't tackles him on the 5 yards. Defensive stop in the red zone. Kevin O'Connell tried to fucking play some Lions ball, trying to go for it on 4th down. That's not you, Kevin. That's not you. That's Dan Campbell football you're trying to play. We go for it on 4th. There's one thing that pissed me off about this game. There was one 4th down conversion where we should have obviously kicked the field goal to put us up by 3 possessions. We scored a touchdown off of it. However, the decision was still bad. Did not like that decision. I hope they talk about that in the meeting. But man, we played fucking great. Sam Darnold, I'm not gonna, every quarterback has a bad game. His just came at the worst possible time. This was probably the biggest game in Detroit outside of like the wild card last year, winning that wild card game. And he probably played himself out of a $50 million contract, this game, which sucks. I think he's still a good quarterback though. I don't see why the Vikings still wouldn't sign him. But fun game, man. What a way to end the fucking regular season. You cannot script that any better.
Matty B, how you feeling about the Vikings?
Yeah, I'll be pretty quick with it. Sam Darnold shit the bed. He was nervous as fuck. He was in his own head. Overthrows, underthrows, missing wide open motherfuckers, like wide open, countless times throughout the first 3 quarters. After that, the game, I think I stopped watching because I had to go do some stuff at the 10 or 9-minute mark of the 4th quarter, and Sam Darnold just looked bad. We were handling the ball pretty well with both running backs, Cam Akers and Aaron Jones. Let's see how many carries did they have each. 65 yards and 45 yards. I mean, you'll take that. That's fine. Nothing crazy, but you'll take it. It's efficient enough against the Lions defense. I don't like the disparity of 16 rushing attempts versus 41 pass attempts. I'm not a fan of that, especially when the run game was working, it seemed. 4.5 yards a carry, you'll take all day, and then also you'll take 6.5 yards 6.5 or 10 yards a carry by Cam Akers. So that's frustrating, the disparity, especially when in the red zone in the first half,
Yep.
five trips, I think, going around the ball
And that's
twice.
on Kevin O'Connell, man.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
go for it on fourth, that's totally fine. Don't fucking run the ball once on first down and then throw it 3 other times. Like they
Yep.
probably ran in the red zone on the 5 yard line. Probably ran it like what, twice out of the
It
fucking
was twice. Yeah, that's what I just said.
4
Yeah, it was
times they
twice.
went there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Retarded. Bad
Five.
coach.
They were there 5 times. Yeah, 5 times. That was incredibly frustrating. And then the one time I wanted them to go for it, they kick a 53-yard field goal, which to me that didn't make sense at the time of the game.
Nope.
Kicker missed it. He had a bad game too, and then you can't allow them to get a field goal right before half. I would just,
Yes.
I don't want to say, unfortunately, this is what could go wrong, what did go wrong for the Vikings. I don't want to chalk it up to just that, because that's downplaying this too much. It wasn't ass beating overall, so credit the Lions, seriously. And they deserve the 1 seed for sure. Definitely got some work to do. So we'll see. I know JJ
And,
was frustrated as well.
Yep.
You good?
JJ did not have enough targets. And did you hear what
Nope.
Dan Campbell said to KOC at the end of the
I
game?
did. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Yeah, I respect
So
the
there's
fuck out of
respect
that.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is definitely. So yeah, I mean it's gonna be playoffs are never easy, especially road playoff game versus teams you already played and lost to on the road. Granted, that was the same game where Darnold got fucking face masked in the end zone in front of the referee. That the referee just said, I'm not calling this one. I didn't have a good angle." Dude, even the defensive tackle knew he did a face mask.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. But hey, credit the Lions. They deserve the 1 seed. Great season. Jake called it with his bold prediction. So well done to him.
Thank you.
Yes,
Do you guys
very
think
well
MCDC locks up Coach of the Year with that win?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's kinda what I'm
probably.
leaning to.
I mean, you could argue this game was not only for the North, the 1 seed, but also for Coach of the Year.
That's what I was about
Yeah.
to say. Yes.
Yeah, he'll probably get it now.
Especially with all the injuries they've had. 24 Jake IR players, correct?
A fuck
24.
ton. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And not just like 24 people, but crucial members of the team, and sticking with it, still finding ways to come back down, 20 versus Houston, throwing 5 picks, still winning that game. Like the grit of the team is how typically teams get Coach of the Year, how coaches get Coach of the Year awards, victories like that.
Well,
Fun way to end the regular season, though. What a
Mhm.
game! I
Yeah.
mean, it wasn't high scoring, but like it felt like every play mattered in that game, like for
Oh,
both
yeah.
sides.
big
Yes,
time.
Really fun
absolutely.
way.
Well, for this week, gents.
Whoa!
Whoa! Look at
Whoa!
these. Look at these numbers. In
Again?
Opposite of last week, dude.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
The opposite.
literally the opposite. So, in last place this week with 7 wins and 9 losses, myself, Ray Boy. Woo! And in a 3-way tie
Wow.
for first this week with 9
Fine, we'll
wins, 7 losses, Matty B, Jakey B, and D Murph. Woo!
Finally above 500 on
Wow.
on a week.
And
Hey, I got my I what I wanted last week was if I can just get 4 games behind Ryan,
Yep.
I'll be comfortable with the wild card.
Yep.
And I fucking got it right the last 2 games of the fucking week, basically.
Yep. So that brings the standings now in a tie for third with 134 wins, 138 losses. Matty B and D Murph. Woo!
That's not even a bad season. Like, I don't know what we were at this point last year. Obviously, I don't have the numbers in front of me. But I feel like 4 games less, you're not making 500. Overall, is not a bad season. Like I feel like
No.
Ryan last year was way behind.
Dude, I don't even think I was at 100 yet at this point.
Holy crap,
Like-
dude.
Yeah, Ryan had.
I mean,
a
it
historically
was
bad
probably
season.
like low 108 or something like
Yeah.
that. It was low though.
And
I'm
so
calling it
to
up
be,
to
to be tied for third, going to the playoffs, and not really not having a chance to win it at 134 is just insane to me.
So at week 18 last week,
Last year,
Matt,
yeah.
you were at last year, you were at 143,
Damn.
122, and 7.
Okay.
You guys
I
had
was at
7
one-
fucking pushes.
Yep.
Yeah, we did.
My goodness.
And then I was at 136 and 129, so I'm a little ahead of schedule. And 7, and then Ryan was at 121 and 144, way ahead
Wow.
of schedule.
I mean, there's a big difference massive. First, Dakota and I were 2 games out of first place right now, or second place. That's a massive difference.
Hey. What a comeback for me, though.
Oh yeah.
In second place, with a record of 142 to 130, Jakey B. Woo!
Right behind your ass.
Hey. Just you wait. And in first, with a record of 146 to 126, myself, Rayboy. Woo!
Wow.
I
Hey,
will say
140 club.
it's incredible that we don't have any pushes this year. I didn't think about that until
Yeah.
Dakota said,
Yeah.
"Wow,
Not a single one.
not a single."
I was
push."
actually thinking that what was it? Last week Bengals game was going to be a push, our first one. Because
So
if they would have
you-
hit that field goal, it would have been a push.
Last year, Matt, you ended with 147 wins. So I don't remember what the year before that was when I won. I don't remember how many wins. I'm guessing it wasn't 147. So just in case, when we check like who got the most wins ever in a year. Ryan, you were right behind.
Right, forever, like
Oh.
at the end of the whole even Super Bowl, it was
At
only
the end of the Super
147.
Bowl, 147, 131, and 7.
Wow,
Oh, man, I'm setting all the records this year.
damn.
I
Fantasy.
think those pushes is what fucked you guys though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seven's a
for
lot.
Yeah.
If there weren't any pushes, I'm sure that would be a lot different.
Yep.
Well, and now it's time for Sneaky Picks with D. Murph. Woo!
Yay!
We'll start it from the top. Matt, no sneaky picks for this week. And we're going to skip to the bottom because there's also no sneaky picks for me this week. So Matt and I, we have no balls.
At
Um,
50% too.
We're both sitting at
it
50%.
We tied
We're
it
tied everywhere,
everything.
dude. And so we'll go ahead and start off with Jake. Jake, you had 2 sneaky picks this week. Only one of them landed though.
Oh,
So you went from 57.1% to 56.8.
Damn,
Ryan,
that's annoying.
you also had 2 sneaky picks this week. None of them landed.
oh,
So you went from 70%
down.
to 65.6.
darn
Whoa.
it.
But you're
Dang.
still currently hoarding the record for most successful sneaky picks, and I don't think that's going to
Okay.
change, unless Jake gets 6 he gets this next week. He gets 2 sneaky picks for the remainder or some shit like that. I don't know how many games we have left, but and you don't do any, Ryan. Like it's gonna have to be something kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not much going on with sneaky picks. I think they're kind of dying down each week because you're trying to play a little bit smarter. But
Well, I took the Dolphins over the Jets.
yeah, and I regret not taking the Broncos. That's the only one, but
I would regret not taking the Bears because if you remember, I had them initially during the week. I did pick the Bears during when we first kicked off the show. That'd be mine, just because the fucking mass spread.
Mine was taking the Titans as favorites. I should have just fucking shot myself in the foot. I don't know why I did that. Well, oh yeah, because CJ Stroud played a drive. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell?
One drive.
Scored a touchdown off of it.
He did.
Should
Yeah,
have went with
Nico.
the Broncos. That's mine. All right, that was Sneaky Picks with D. Murph. Woo! And now, how about we do something we haven't done in a little while here? We haven't done this in a while here. We
Hey!
haven't done
Wild
this in a
card
while.
trivia.
Now, it's not, the questions aren't related to the wild card. It's just It's
Okay.
just trivia that I found. So,
Okay.
and sorry if it's streaming kind of awkwardly. That's the way I have to stream it because the fucking present thing gets all fucked up while I'm streaming.
It looks fine.
So
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Question number 1. I think I have 4 questions here for you. What year was the NFL merger completed? A,
Oh.
1960, B, 1966, C, 1970, or D, 1976?
I'm
I'm-
gonna guess B.
That's what I was going for too. So I'm speaking to my heart about 66.
Yeah, I'll say B2, but just to be different, I'll go with A.
Matt's going with A. The answer is C, 1970.
Oh, 70.
Now, if the completed part is the trick part of that question, because the merger started in 66, that's when the NFL and AFL started playing against each other for Super Bowls,
Oh.
but it wasn't completed and officially just the NFL until 1970. Matt, I honestly thought you would know that one, not gonna lie.
I used to remember it. It's been a while since I forgot that.
Next question. Who holds the record for the most consecutive games with at least one touchdown pass? Is it A, Peyton Manning, B, Drew Brees, C, Tom Brady, or D, Dan Marino?
I'll go.
Most- can you at least
I'll go
one
Breeze.
Let's go Brees.
I'm going Dan Marino.
I'll go Manning, I guess.
Marino and Manning, and the answer is B, Drew Brees.
Yes.
Wow.
Heck yeah. Yep. Knew
I don't
that
have
one.
the numbers or how many weeks it was or games, whatever. The website I found didn't tell me that, but he's the guy, so he must have done it a lot. Next one. Which team won the first ever NFL game in London? Is it A, the New
Oh.
York Giants, B, the Dolphins, C, the Jags, or D, the Patriots?
I'm
Before
going
I answer,
C.
can you tell me the year? Can you tell me the year?
I don't know the year.
Oh, damn.
I'm going C.
Jake's
I
going
want to
C.
say C as well, but I'm gonna go with A. I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Okay, then I'll go Patriots.
And the answer is A, the New York Giants.
Yay!
In a win over the Dolphins. I don't remember.
I didn't know the Dolphins played with. Yeah. That's John Dakota.
It was the early 2000s.
Okay.
It was like 2001, 2, 3, some shit
Was
like
Eli playing then?
that. Yeah, that's him getting his ass fucking whipped right there.
Oh yeah, see Manning right there. Okay. I didn't know. Honestly, I thought Eli Manning was like 2006, 2007 time frame.
I thought he got drafted in 2007. Yeah, because he's in the same class with Big Ben. I thought that was like 03 class.
Oh, well, maybe it was 2003. So I just know it was
Okay.
early 2000s.
Okay. Yeah. He's
Anyway,
07. Or-
last question. What year did the NFL implement the use of instant replay? Was it A,
Whoa!
1986, B, 1992, C, 2001, or D, 1978?
I'll go.
I'm gonna guess D.
I'm going 2001.
I was gonna say 2001. Yeah, I think C.
And the answer is 1986.
Oh!
That's when instant replay became a thing.
I don't know.
Woo!
Wow,
They
That
had
was
instant
trivia.
replay in 1986, but not in
Yeah.
2001 when the towers got hit. That's suspicious.
Huh?
I might have to cut that part out of.
That's a joke, everyone. That's a little bit of a joke.
You
All
might
the
have to. I
conspiracy
think you-
theories.
That was trivia. Woo!
Ooh,
Nice.
the trivia with Dakota
Ron,
Murphy.
did you do the fucking? Yeah,
I
okay.
did. Yep. And one more thing before we do wild card, our predictions for the divisions at the start of the year. So for the AFC East, Jake, you got it right with the Bills. We all, the rest of us had it wrong. Matt and Jake had it for the Ravens. Good job. Myself and Jake had the Texans. Nice, we get a dub. We all had the Chiefs, obviously.
Yep.
Dakota had the Eagles. Hey, those
Fucking
Eagles.
go! Let's
Dude,
fucking
I was
go!
I was feeling so good with the Commanders, and I just kind of
Yeah.
had that bad stretch. What can you do?
For the NFC North, we all have the Lions. For the NFC South, I don't know why this format's all fucked up for some reason. But anyway, for the NFC South, the Bucks get the W. Let's fucking go. Hey, Falcons were close though. Falcons were close
Falcons
there.
were close.
Yep.
NFC West. Hey, them Rams. Fuck them. But also, fuck the Niners. But I got that one right. So for our division predictions, I had 5 wins. Matt, you had 3. Jake, you had 5. And Dakota, you had 4.
It'd be funny Dakota and I tied with those as well.
Yeah.
It's funny how Jake and I can't even get one up on each other.
I know. Me and Ryan been neck and neck for a while.
But all right, now it's time to get down to
All right.
serious fucking business, gents. It is Wild Card Weekend. Wild Card Weekend. And we are starting with a game. Oh, man. A big game. Oh, wait, shit. Let me put it back to normal. Pull up FanDuel.
Ooh, I like your background.
Thank
It's a
you.
good choose.
South Park.
Yep.
Yep. The Chargers at the Texans plus 2.5 points for the Texans. Jake, I mean, I got to start with you on this one. Justin Herbert in the playoffs.
Yep.
Going against Stroud, like, is this it? Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna win a game?
If there's any team Herbert's gonna get his win on, it would be the worst team that's in the playoffs.
Move the
Texans.
goalpost.
I'm not moving the goalpost because I'm not saying this counts any less than like this is not half a playoff win or anything. I'm not saying that, so I'm not moving the goalpost. I'm not saying this doesn't count. It will count as a win, and he will lose his title, coined by Ryan. So yeah, I mean, if he's going to get a win, it's going to be against the worst team in the playoffs. I feel like that's a fair thing to say. This is a tough one because I really do want to take the Chargers, but I think you're going to take the Chargers, Ryan. So I'm going to take the home underdog playoff team here, the
Wow.
banged up
Wow.
Texans. I don't like this pick, but I have to find I have 6 games. After that, I have 4, and then 2, and then 1. And I got 5. I'm 4 games behind you, so I have to find something. So I'll take a home underdog in the playoffs. I feel like that's not that controversial, even though they are banged up.
Fair enough. Ignore my formatting issues here. I'm just copying and pasting this. Matt, can you go ahead next, please, real fast?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think this is the easy pick here. Unfortunately, give me the Chargers all the way. I like Sherbert. I've had since his rookie season. I think he finally gets it done in the playoffs. Hopefully, please get it done. That defense, we always talk about it. They built a team from the line out, defensive line and offensive line. They do a very well job at protecting Sherbert, even with his limited weapons. I mean, he's throwing to Lad McConkey and Quentin Johnson like the fuck.
Yeah.
But their defense under Jim Harbaugh has been outstanding. I'd be surprised if they can't just stop Nico Collins because at the end of the day, he's their only weapon. Tank Dell's out for the season. Diggs is out for the season. So they have Nico and they have the Dalton Schultz, the tight end. They have Joe Mixon as running back, but just as skill players. So I don't think this will be close. Honestly, I could see this being a 7 to 10 point win for the Chargers. If they put,
Damn.
honestly, I really do. I don't trust the Texans defense at all. But we'll see. And
Well,
CJ Stroud took a massive step backwards, so that has to be in his head, and he can't move.
Yeah.
He doesn't move in the pocket well, or outside the pocket well.
yeah, I mean, I gotta go with the Chargers here. Texans are just cold. They're cold,
Yep.
and Chargers not looking too bad. Like you said, worst team to play in the playoffs is the Texans. I gotta pick them. I'm honestly surprised you're taking the Texans here, Jake.
Yeah,
I mean, strictly just because I haven't looked at the other spread yet, so I might change. I just
Okay.
feel like I'm not gonna get too many
Right.
better picks than a home playoff team as an underdog.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
This
fair.
is kind of the number type of thing.
Yeah.
It is a small number too, so these are
Yeah.
like coin flips wise.
Yep. D Murph.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers as well.
Oh
Dang
hell yeah,
it.
brother. Really? Taking
So, a question for you all. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You got it.
So, I'm willing to concede that Justin Herbert, if he wins the playoff game finally, he'll move up in a tier of quarterbacks on my list. If he loses against what we all agree is the worst playoff team right
Yes.
now,
Yes.
is there any thoughts between you guys on how that affects Herbert's legacy? Is there no effect at all? Or is there any type of like, hey, this guy's just not clutch?
Guys, to take it right? You want me? You got
No,
it.
you got
want-
it. You got it.
Okay. The only thing I would say, yeah, I think that's a bad look on his resume, top to bottom. I won't disagree. But I guess the only pushback is if he goes for 350 and they lose, is that still on him? It's like the Drew Burrow talk. Hold on, before you say anything. Drew Burrow, they had a winning record and made the playoffs. He'd be up. He literally probably would be the MVP because how well he's played. He had brought his team back from the fucking death to even try to make the playoffs. That's the only reason I'd say that is for Justin Herbert. If he goes out, balls out, 350, 300 yards, and another like 25 rushing yards, is that still on him? I know the loss is still on the team. I understand that he's 0-2 in the playoffs. I get that. I just mean this game specifically. That's all.
I mean, no, I wouldn't put it necessarily on him. But I'm just coming out of a point of view. Let's just say he plays like he normally has been playing this year. Fucking, 225, something like that.
Yep.
Probably 62% completion rating, whatever. 0 picks. Why not? Like, if he just goes out there and plays like he's been playing,
Then yes.
conservatively.
I would agree with you because it's not good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I say that I think that's the big thing. If it's not good enough on his part, especially again how we
Right.
We
It's
can
easy to
all
tell
in
that
agreement.
Joe Burrow's playing good enough. It's easy to tell
Right.
that.
exactly, yes. But if he does not
Alright.
meet the standard of a good of a great quarterback in the playoffs, then yeah, I think that's on him. Yeah, that's fair to say. I'm cool to say that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like 2-minute drill, you gotta go down there, win the game, or go home type of thing, and he can't get it done, fine. Yeah, he's not clutch. Get it. But if the Texans come out here and they drop 70 points or some shit,
Yeah,
like that Miami-Denver game,
yeah, 70-20.
like
Yeah.
nobody blamed Russell Wilson for that loss.
Right.
So, I mean, it's one of
I'm
those.
just assuming it's a normal game, as in it's not a blowout. Quarterbacks are playing just like they've been playing all year, and Chargers just can't get it done. 225 game, 63% completion rating. Like, are we willing to admit Justin Herbert is overhyped and overrated?
I would say he's not clutch more than he's overrated, but yeah, I see where you're coming from with it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Gonna be a fun one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
well,
the Chargers win. I think the Chargers win. So I mean, if that, and I'm willing to concede that he'll be in that tier A of quarterbacks in the NFL if he wins a playoff game finally.
Whoa, tier A, I'll take it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, not tier S, not tier S.
No,
tier
that's
A.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
I will take from Jake conceding to a tier A for someone. That says a lot.
Yeah,
wow. Will be interesting. Well,
Yep.
fun game.
the next game.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, I should have put here. This is on Saturday. This is
Oh,
also on
yeah, that's right.
Saturday. Steelers at the Ravens, minus 9.5 points for the Ravens, who are fucking whipping ass left and right. And I'll start this one. I don't know how you take the Steelers here. I just don't.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I am taking the Ravens because honestly, like these Steelers, man, fuck, like they're just on such a cold streak and not looking good. The Ravens are looking hot. They just won the North, and now they're
blew him out of the fucking water in like week 16 or whatever it was.
exactly
Yeah, it
now
wasn't
they're
close.
what the fuck, FanDuel is keep doing this shit. But I gotta go with the Ravens here. They're home, division rival, big sweaty beefy boys playing AFC North football here. So I'm taking the Ravens. Lamar is probably going to win MVP unless Josh
Yep.
Allen somehow they just feel bad for him. Like, okay, we're going to give it to him instead. Derrick Henry is running all over the fucking place. I'm going with the Ravens here, 9.5. Jakey boy?
So I'm gonna take the Ravens as well, but to play devil's advocate, the only reason I would be able to pick the Steelers is, you know, it is playoffs. The games are a little different, a little bit more high intensity,
Sure.
and it is playoff Lamar.
Yeah.
Now I don't think he chokes in
Yep.
this game. He's always gonna choke against either the Bills or the Chiefs in the divisional or championship. But I don't think he loses to the Steelers here. And I mean, fucking what we saw against them in week 16 or whatever was just like, it wasn't even a competition. It was just
Yeah.
having fun out there.
Yep. Dakota, how you feeling about this one?
I'm also gonna go with the Ravens here. The Steelers just do not look good. Especially yesterday too, dude.
Saturday, but yeah.
Saturday, yeah, they just did not look good.
Stinky dog water is what you think of them?
I don't know. I wouldn't say sneaky dog water. Obviously they're better than half the teams, you know, because they made it to the playoffs. At least half, more than half. But like, I don't know. I think they do have a team, but they just have some issues here and there. Like they need to control Pickens.
Yeah.
Like he is his own worst enemy. It seems like.
Loose cannon.
Yeah,
Well, it's not even that. It's like Russell is like, he's just not playing well. He played good for like 4 games when he first started, and after that, it's just been shit. Like, you really are gonna run up the middle with 30 seconds left in the game and 1 timeout? That's your decision that you're gonna make? You're gonna run up the middle of the field, and like the only thing he has is like, he throws moondrop passes. Okay, what if George Pickens isn't playing or has fucking butter hands like he did last game? Then what?
Yeah.
Well, you just fucking lose.
Matty B.
So I will go the Ravens. The only thing, though, the only argument, which would be compelling, is the third time they're playing each other. It's really hard to cover
Yeah.
a spread when you played each other so many times. The only thing I would do if I was the Steelers differently is I'm shocked they don't do any scheming for Justin Fields. You can't give him 5 designed runs a game on 3rd and 2, 2nd and 6, and no designed runs at all. To me, that's surprising at least.
I feel like that's kind of hard to do. They tried to do that a few times. Then it's like,
I
when
think
you're
they
the
did twice.
defense, what do you expect is going to happen when Justin Fields trots onto the field in the middle of the 3rd quarter? It's like, oh, he's about to run. Like,
Right, but that's how they beat the Steelers the first time, with Justin Fields' legs, because they did the design run. He got the first down.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's just,
And he can still, it's not like he's incompetent. He can still throw a football. Because like you just said, if you're banking on him run the ball, have him throw it. If it's one-on-one coverage and everyone is selling out on the run, I think you can get a design like a slant that would be open. But regardless, they don't. And then George Pickens probably had the worst game of his life. 1 catch, 0 yards, 3 drops, at least 3 drops. Might have been 4.
So
It was
bad.
4. It was 4 because
Yeah, that's what
he
I
was
thought.
targeted 5 times.
Yeah, there you go.
Bro, Shannon
So,
Sharp
I mean-
ripped him apart on Nightcap.
Hell yeah, I did not watch that, but hell yeah, he should have. Embarrassing performance. And it's not like, oh, that was questionable. He had 2 hands and a face on them, and he still dropped it.
I might
Bad,
switch
bad
this
game.
pick. I'm going to sleep on it, but I might switch this pick to Steelers.
Yeah, I agree. This is more than just a give me Ravens, because of, like I said, third time playing each other, not easy.
Actually, you know what? Give me the Steelers, dude. Fuck it.
Oh,
Hell yeah, I like it.
They match up really well with the Ravens usually. 9.5 points is a lot. I know they just blew them out of the water, but it feels a little disrespectful at 9.5. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck it, dude. I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm gonna go back and forth on this one, like for the next few
It's a
days.
tough one.
Yeah.
Next game, this one is a doozy. Broncos at the Bills. Minus
Okay, this one.
8.5 points for the Bills. Jake, J.A., your fantasy quarterback. How we feeling about him? How we feeling about him here?
I think I want to take the Bills here. Home game gonna be nice. It's gonna be cold, probably gonna be snowy. Bo Nix, first time in the playoffs. Great story,
Yeah.
but his run-ins here, I think. I hope you take the Broncos.
Matt, what say you?
Damn it. I really give me the Broncos right now.
God damn it.
Give me the Broncos right now. I'm always again. I said it beginning of the season when they get drafted. I'm a big fan of Bo Nix. I think that team is clicking on all cylinders right now. I don't even care about last game, the 38-0 beat down the Chiefs. I don't even count that. They just look like they're having fun. They're playing with house money, literally.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
2 seed.
Yeah.
House money. This even if they don't make an upset and win the game, them keeping it close has such a high benefit going into the off season and what they can build upon. The only thing I don't know, I'll keep track of it, is what the weather is gonna be like, because Buffalo this time of year could get snow. Same
Yeah.
thing with the Ravens game.
I mean, it's snowing right now. Like, at least for me, New York, Buffalo's not that far for me. Like, sure, it's like, 6 hours or whatever. It's not realistically that far, though. And we're supposed to get hammered next weekend again. So I'm sure they're going to get hit, too.
Oh, yeah. I feel comfortable with, at least for now. Give me the Broncos. Why not? 9 points is a lot.
Yeah, a lot of points.
Yeah, against a good team. Or, against a good team.
Yep. Dakota, how you feeling?
I wanted to go the Broncos here. I'm going to go with the Broncos. I don't think they're going to win, but I'm hoping Matt switches to the Bills here. Maybe I'll switch to the Bills if Matt sticks with the Broncos. I don't know. But, man, they have such a good defense. And again, I'm not using yesterday's game as like, oh my God, this is like, they blew out the Chiefs. Like, it was third
They
string
did.
Chiefs, that doesn't really matter. But I don't know if, I think it's going to be a closer game than everyone's expecting. I could see it being a one-possession game for sure. With the Bills obviously coming up on top. And if the Broncos end up winning it, holy shit. But I don't think that's going to happen. But I'm going to go with the Broncos here.
Fair enough. Look, Jake, I'm
Welcome
sorry.
down to you.
I can't do it, Jake. I can't. I got to
I
take
know.
the
I
Bills.
know.
I just
Yeah,
can't.
It just feels like a 34-10 game to me for some reason. I
Yeah.
don't know why. It just feels like Josh Allen's going to take this game over.
I actually believe that in the snow, shit weather, that's a buff for the Bills.
Josh Allen, yeah.
That's a buff.
Yeah.
That's a buff for them. Blizzard, whatever, they go fucking Insano style or whatever. So
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
That's how I feel. I think, who did the Bills play last year in round one? It wasn't even a fucking competition, right? Or no, that was
Oh.
the Chiefs.
They did
There was
the Dolphins. The Dolphins they beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Dolphins,
So
yeah,
never
yeah.
mind. That doesn't even really matter.
Yeah.
But never mind.
But I mean, to be fair, that was historically cold. It was like -20.
Yeah. And it's a Dolphins team. They don't even play good under 30s.
Yeah,
Whatever.
under 60.
All right, here we go. Next game,
Oh.
Packers.
Week 1 rematch. I like that.
Packers at the Eagles, -4.5 points for the Eagles. Dakota, these
Give
Eagles.
me the fucking Eagles.
Fly fucking
Give me
fly.
Give me the Eagles, man. Do we know if Jalen Hurts is going to be playing?
As of a few hours ago, he is still in concussion protocol. I'm guessing he'll probably play because they're just going to pay the neuroscientist or whatever under the table.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
as
let's
of right now,
let's say he doesn't play. Let's just say Kenny Pickett is, behind the wheel. I'm still going with the Eagles here. I mean, they have a squad, and Saquon is a fucking beast. He was probably itching to go out and play against the Giants this past weekend. So I think he's ready to go. And honestly, dude, if the Chiefs, for whatever reason, don't make it to the Super Bowl, I hope the Eagles do and play against whatever AFC team there is that ends up
Ravens.
getting it. And if the Chiefs don't win it, I hope the Eagles win it. So I want Saquon to get a ring.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, great guy. You love him.
Mhm.
I'm gonna bet on who your number one pick next year is in fantasy.
Yeah, that's not happening. I already know Saquon's going to be gone by the time it's my turn to pick, so it doesn't even matter. I'll pick somebody else and hopefully trade for him or something. I don't know, but I
Well,
just want him.
maybe C-Mac will stop faking his Achilles injury, and you.
I'm
can
not
have him
picking up C-Mac.
Jetta or
I'm
Jamar
not
Chase.
touching-
Which,
Dude, there's a whole bunch of people that I know because I picked Bryce fucking Hall as my first pick. Like Brees Hall. I don't care. He sucks. You know, I'm gonna go. I know I have a good 10 names in my head right now. That's like, okay, I can get him first round. You know. So
Matty B, how you going?
fly, motherfucking fly. Give me the fucking Eagles.
Wow! Wow!
So this is what I'm gonna say. You rested your starters and you rested Saquon for a reason. This is the game where you prove it. Okay, you rested him because you don't want to get injured because you locked up your seat. Okay, all right, now go out there and prove it. And I'm assuming this spread is based off the starter for Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts both playing. Obviously, if Jalen Hurts not playing, I'm switching to the Packers. That's without question. The only concern would be Jalen Hurts not playing for 3 to 4 weeks due to the concussion, or 3 weeks, I think it is. That gives me some concern because of the rhythm. So, yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know what? I'm actually gonna tell you guys here. I'm gonna take the Eagles as well. Jakey boy, how you going in this one?
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean Eagles is a smart pick. Man, I don't know. My gut's saying Packers, man. I don't know.
Whoa!
Oh
Hey,
no, my gut's
hey,
is
your
saying
guts,
Packers.
your guts done you well.
Yeah, I think
In fantasy.
you know. If I'm assuming that Jalen Hurts at this moment in time is not playing strictly because he's in concussion protocol. I'm not doubting that he will play. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick Packers here.
Wow.
Just I mean
Wow.
like what better way for like the Eagles fucking foundation to explode and then like
Yeah,
lose a
it
wild
would.
card.
Oh, yeah.
I mean like Nick Sirianni will be fired the next day probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think and if there's like Matt LaFleur, I think probably can figure something out. You guy's a great coach.
hmm
I know that Christian
Watson.
Watson or whoever the fuck is out. I think.
Yep, he is.
Yeah.
I'll
Corey's
say
this
I'll
year.
ride with the fucking Packers here. Why not?
Wow.
Well,
I like
let me
it.
ask.
Wow.
Let me ask
It's
you, and
it's
Matt,
playoff
something.
games, man. You gotta playoffs.
Yeah.
Let me ask you and Matt something there, Jake.
Yeah.
Let's say Jalen Hurts isn't starting, but they only bring him into tush push. Where you guys putting this at?
I mean, if Jalen Hurts isn't playing, I don't see any difference just because they can make tush pushes happen with anybody.
Well, yeah. Well, my thing is we'll just say medically he's not clear to play. He can't go out there for tush pushes.
Well, let's say he is
But-
medically cleared to play, but they're like, we're gonna.
Oh, okay. No, that doesn't change anything because that's a few plays a game. No, but that means you're still relying on Kenny Pickett for 59 or 57 minutes the rest of the game. We'll just call it that, and I don't trust that. I do not trust Kenny Pickett to throw a ball.
Okay.
And Jordan Love is a good quarterback.
Apologies. Responding to a work text.
Oh, good, mate.
Okay. Well, Packers. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
Wow.
We'll see what happens.
I just saw the spread. Wow.
Here we go. Commanders at the Bucks. -3 points for the Buccaneers. The Baconeers.
Ryan, you go first. This is your.
Oh,
You're a
I mean,
Baker boy.
you're right there. You
Yeah.
live right there.
Yeah, yep, Baker Boy. Honestly, it's tough.
It's really tough.
I'm really leaning the Bucks, so I'm just gonna lock it in. But man, because they had to come back and win against the Saints,
They
and
did.
like Commanders are
They played bad.
getting hot at the end of the season.
Yep.
But they're going on the road to Tampa. I don't know. This one's an honest toss up. I mean, I wouldn't be ashamed to pick either team, but I'm leaning the Bucks. That's what my gut's telling me. Dakota, you're a Baker Boy. How do you feel about him?
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you. Whoa, hold on there.
Oh, sorry.
Whoa!
Then let me finish.
My
Then let
bad.
me finish. I said the same boat with you. This can be either pick here. I am going to lean towards the Bucks right now, but this is the game I think where I'm willing to take opposite of Matt. So give me the Bucks for now
Okay.
because honestly, they didn't play too great yesterday. The Bucks against the Saints.
Yeah.
But that could have just
Spencer
been
Rattler.
that could have been a one-off or something. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I think this could honestly go either way. So this is going to be, I think, where I go opposite of Matt. So depending on where he goes, I'll probably switch. If he goes with the Bucks, I'll switch to Commanders. If he goes to Commanders, I'll probably stay with the Bucks. But I think it can go either way.
Matty B.
You're the fucking commies.
Whoa,
right.
whoa.
Yeah, I wanted to go opposite too, so I'm comfortable with that. I did want the Bucks, but I like the commies here. I think like Jalen Hurts, he's a phenomenal rookie. That
Jaden
offense is
Daniels.
scary. Jaden Daniels. I don't know. Who did I say?
You said Jalen
Jalen
Hurts.
Hurts.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels. That offense is scary good. He has wheels. He's super efficient. The only thing that concerns me is their defense is wet paper. It's so bad. So we're just relying on the offense to put up a lot of points. And we know the Bucks can do that because they just put 48 points on the Panthers defense just 2 weeks ago. So that concerns me a little bit, and I do like Bucky Irving. So we'll see. Since you want to go oppies anyway, we'll see how it plays out. But right now, I'm cool with picking the commies.
Oh yeah, brother.
Well, you also said you wanted to go opposite, so
I do want to go opposite. I do.
Jiggy Boy.
I'll take the commies here as well. I'm not putting stock into last game. I feel like with last game, they were more they're probably over focusing on hey, we have to win, or
Yep.
maybe they were thinking that Falcons were going to lose, so we don't have to play hard, and also they're trying to get people incentives and stuff. They're not playing probably
Yeah.
sound football. So I'm not going to put too much stock. I just think this is a rookie away game, but it's going to be nice and warm. Jane Daniels, have the Bucks played them this year?
I think they.
Covers isn't fucking loading for me. Shitty ass website.
Oh yeah, they played against each other week 1.
Okay.
And the Bucks got the dub.
Yep. What was the score?
37
to 20.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's rough. Their defense does suck. I kind of like the.
That was also when they had he was that other wide receiver that's out.
Oh, Godwin.
Godwin.
Yeah,
No,
Godwin.
Oh, I see. Yeah, they still had it.
So they still had Godwin. They beat the Lions. The Bucks beat the Lions with Godwin. So
Yep.
Yeah. He had a great season before dislocating his ankle. Great season, 5 games in.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things that went wrong with my fantasy. I know we were talking about last night. I had Godwin. He got his fucking leg blown out from him. That kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So did Mike Evans for a little bit too, though.
4 weeks. He missed 4 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are some bad 4 weeks for Ryan, but he came out and won it anyway.
Yep, sure did. And the last game, the Darnold visits old man Stafford in LA. The
Fuck.
Vikings at the Rams, plus 1.5 points for the Rams. Matt, Vikings, your team. How you feeling about them here, pal?
You know I gotta pick it. Give me the Vikings. You know I
Wow.
have to.
Yep, respect.
I just think I'm not gonna put a lot of stock into last night, only because I think Sam Darnold was in his head. But I'm hoping this week they go back and watch the film. Like, okay, hey, look, you just gotta calm down. You had easy throws to make. Just put it on them, and we're fine. You know, move the chains, hit the targets who are open in the end zone. And obviously the score is a massive difference. I know they lost the first time they played to the Rams. I just think that since that loss, the Vikings went on a little bit of a run and they got better. They found out who they were. And I'm not convinced there's someone on the Rams who can cover JJ. I'm hoping, I said it last week, but I'll say it again this week. This has to be a game where JJ goes off. You know, I'm expecting like 120 to 150, maybe 2 tutties, for sure 1 tutty. And I'm just hoping that the Vikings defense is a little better than the Rams defense to squeak out the 2-point victory. Not gonna be an easy challenge, obviously, because Rams are a good football team when they play at their best. But there's multiple times throughout this whole season where they just don't.
Jiggy boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams here. I'll take the home underdogs playoff game. Matthew Stafford, Puka. And yeah, I mean you gotta lock up JJ obviously. I mean we had who did we have on JJ? McDuffie? Nah. L'Jarius Sneed? Nah. Fucking Marshawn Lattimore? Nah. You had Amik Robinson. Okay. Who the fuck is that? I don't even know who that is. Now I get it. Sam Darnold was in his head. He was making horrible throws, but like we still had Amik Robertson on fucking JJ. So and if there's anyone who can scheme against this shit, it's gonna be Sean McVay. And I mean, yeah, the Vikings looked unbeatable, but some flaws were shown in that Lions game. This is gonna be a fun game to watch.
Yeah.
So I'll take the Rams here. Home underdogs playoff game. Hard not to take that line.
Yeah, I agree.
Dakota, how you feeling?
I'm also going to go with the Rams.
Yep.
It's really no other reason besides I kind of want to go opposite of Matt here. I think this is another game I'm comfortable with.
Yep. I agree. Nice little coin flip.
I mean, could go either way. It's not a large spread. Matthew Stafford's got some experience underneath his belt.
Yep.
Yep.
More than some.
So,
Yeah.
His wife's got more, so.
Oh. Damn.
Whoa.
Yeah,
She's
her
taking
and-
shots.
Her and Joy
Oh,
Taylor.
Back
should be
shots.
out.
she shouldn't be such a whore.
Yeah, she's taking back shots.
What if I just got this incorrect and like Matthew Stafford's wife wasn't the one that cheated on him? It was some other guy's wife, and I'm just like I've been dogging on her for like the last 8 weeks. If that's the case, I apologize.
Sorry,
Unfortunately,
Kelly.
not. Yeah, Kelly, that's it.
I'm gonna go with the Rams for now.
Ooh, I got a sneaky!
It's just like before last night's game, I would have taken the Vikings. Like it wouldn't have mattered to me who they played. But now, like, Sam Darnold misses that fucking wide open throw. The guy running into the end zone, he looks at him,
Yep.
looks away. Yeah, like I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So, and the Rams are home. Vikings have to fly halfway across the country. I need to think about it more. Yeah. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams for now.
I think the Rams are the smart pick for what it matters.
And they could be. They're not a bad team.
Beat them earlier.
Yeah, they did.
We'll see what happens. All right. Well, how about a little recap for the wild card weekend round. Even though it's like Saturday, Sunday, and Monday's not really the weekend. I think that
Oh, they play
Vikings,
Monday?
I think that Vikings game is Monday. It says January
Did not
13th
know
instead of
that.
Sunday, so yeah, I'm assuming that's Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even next week. This is. Oh wait, no, I'm a dumbass. It's next Monday. I don't know why I saw that and I read 18th, not 13th. And so I was like, what the fuck?
They're gonna wait 2 weeks to play the first round. Nice.
Chargers at Texans. Jake is taking the sneaky on the Texans. Steelers at Ravens. Jake is taking the sneaky on the Steelers. Okay, I'm noticing a trend here. Broncos at Bills. Jake and I both on the Bills. Just can't do it, pal. Matt and Dakota on the Broncos. And Packers at Eagles. Jake, another sneaky on the Packers. The rest of us on the Eagles. Commanders at Bucks. Matt and Jake on the Commies. Me and Dakota on the Bucks. Vikings at Rams. Matt with a sleeper on the Vikings. The rest of us on the Rams.
Ooh.
Whoa! Matt has a true sneaky. Ladies and gentlemen, that is wild card weekend of Cox and Stocks. Woo!
Here we go.
If I can
Here
get
we go.
one game up on you, Ryan, if I can just get one game, if I go into the divisional round with